Welcome. Got an exam on data communication and networks coming up? Well, don't worry, you've come to the right place. In the next few minutes, we are going to break down everything you absolutely need to know. We'll use really simple explanations and examples to get you feeling ready and confident for your test. Okay, let's get started.
So here's our game plan. We're going to start with the essential terms, then build up to the big ideas, clear up some things that might be confusing, test what you've learned, and then wrap it all up with a quick final summary. First up, let's learn the lingo.
All right, first things first, let's build our foundation. Getting these key terms down is really the first step to acing your exam. At its heart, this is just how devices talk to each other. Think about sending an email. You need hardware, right, like your computer and a cable, and you need software, like your email program. You gotta have both for data communication to actually happen.
So what's a network? Just think of it as a bunch of computers and gadgets all connected so they can share information. And the biggest, most famous example of a network? The internet, of course, which connects all of us all over the world. Okay, pay attention here, because your exam will definitely ask about these. Just remember the difference in size. LAN is local, for a small area, like one building. MAN is metropolitan, for a whole city. And WAN is wide, covering a huge area, like a country or even the whole planet.
These are just different ways you can set up a network. A client-server network, it's kind of like a library. There's one main desk, that's the server, and everyone else has to go there to get what they need. But peer-to-peer, or P2P, that's more like a group of friends sharing books directly with each other. No main desk, no boss.
All right, let's talk about the physical stuff. A modem is basically a translator. It changes the computer's digital language into the phone line's analog language and back again. A hub is kind of dumb. It's like a megaphone. It just shouts the data to every single device, whether they need it or not. A switch is way smarter. It's like a mail carrier. It looks at the specific address and delivers the data only to the device that's supposed to get it. And finally, the router. The router is the traffic cop of the internet, directing all the data between different networks to make the whole thing work.
So, now that we've got the vocabulary down, let's build on that with some of the bigger ideas, the core concepts that are pretty much guaranteed to be on your exam. This table shows network layouts, or topologies. It's a popular exam topic. Now, I want you to look really closely at the disadvantage column. For both star and bus networks, the weakness you have to remember is the single point of failure. In a star network, if that central hub goes down, everything stops. In a bus network, if there's one break in that main cable, boom, the entire network is gone.
Network media, that's just the road that data travels on. It could be a real cable or wireless radio waves. The key fact here, the thing you need to remember for your test, is that fiber optic cable is the fastest. Why? Because it sends data using light.
Okay, here's a really important point. The World Wide Web is not the same thing as the internet. Don't get this wrong on your exam. Think of the internet as all the roads in the world. The web is all the shops and houses you can visit using those roads. The internet is the network. The web is what we access on it. Now that we know how these networks are built, let's talk about how they get attacked.
Cybercrime is a huge topic, but the key thing for your exam is this. A computer is always part of the crime. It can be the tool, like using a computer to steal from a bank, or it can be the target, like a virus that attacks the computer itself. So these are some specific types of cybercrime you might see, but pay close attention to that last one, social engineering. This is all about tricking people, not tricking computers. It's using psychology to fool a person into giving away their password or some other secret.
All right, this section is super important. It's all about telling similar ideas apart. Exam questions love to try and trick you with these, so let's make sure we have them down cold.
The main difference here is really just about scale. LAN is local. Think small, private, and super fast, like the network in your school. WAN is wide. Think huge, often using public lines, connecting that school to the rest of the world. This is a classic old tech versus new tech battle. For your test, just remember, dial-up is that really old, incredibly slow connection that tied up your phone line. You couldn't make a call and be online. DSL is newer, way faster, and it's always on, so you can use your phone and the internet at the same time. So here, the big difference is all about control. With client-server, remember the word central. One powerful server is the boss and manages everything. For peer-to-peer, think direct.
All the computers are equals, and they share directly with each other. No central boss.
Okay, you've learned the material. Now let's put it into practice. I'll show you a question, give you a second to think, and then we'll go over the correct answer together. Ready?
Okay, first up, is this statement true or false? Think all the way back to our very first definition.
And the answer is A, true. That's right. It's the most basic definition of the term. Awesome. Let's try one more.
Okay, remember that table we looked at with the different network layouts? What's the main benefit of using a star network design? Exactly. The correct answer is C. Because each computer connects to the center with its own cable, if one computer fails, all the others can still talk to each other just fine. The network keeps on working. We have covered a ton of information, so let's do one final super fast summary of the most important things you need to remember for your exam. Feel free to pause here and just look these points over one last time. If you really understand these 5 key ideas, you are in a great position for your exam. And to leave you with a final thought, what do you think is the biggest challenge for network security today? Is it the technology, or is it the people using it? Good luck with your studies.